Yo, what is up YouTube, and welcome back. Today we are going to have another episode of Hockey Talks, and we're going to do a little draft recap, and I will be doing a little one-on-one session using the newest New York Ranger, KAKKOO, drafted number 2 overall by them after the Devils made the mistake of taking Jack Hughes number 1, but that's alright, we get the stud that we all wanted. So I'm going to go through basically the Ranger picks, and then I'll go through some of the other more, I would say more important picks and picks that I think are really going to be, I guess, steals. Talk about the USA players that I think they dropped quite a bit. You know, definitely talk about more Rich Snyder, man. I said in my Hockey Talks, what Hockey Talks was it? About the Trouba situation and the Ranger contracts. I talked about how the 20th pick could have been like Schneider or Thomas Harley, and Harley went 18th and Schneider went 6th. Oh man, I was shocked when they did that. But I don't think, yes, I think it's a kind of a reach. Definitely is a reach. He was rejected probably 15 to 20. But I think more Rich Snyder. All right, we'll get back to him. First, we'll talk about the Rangers. I'm not really going to talk about much KAKKOO, but the Rangers took KAKKOO 2nd overall. Think he's going to jump right in the NHL right away. And probably play maybe play top line with Zibanejad, or maybe we'll could see him on the second line with like Hedl or Howden. But maybe KAKKOO and Kravtsov in the same line, man. Oh man, this is going to be a fun season. I'm excited. I think I'm more excited for Kravtsov than KAKKOO at this point. I've been a big fan of Kravtsov ever since I've learned more about him. Throw back to the draft. I was at the draft party last year. I wasn't at this year. I did have tickets, but I decided not to go. And it seemed actually it was pretty cool. I think Adam Fox, Rykov, and Sesterkin. Who else was there? Morgan Barron was there, and I'm missing one. Joey Keane. So a couple pretty good prospects for the Rangers. Obviously, last year I think it was Anderson, Hedl, Howden. Hedl and Howden walked right by me. I barely noticed them. Anderson, Hedl, Howden, then Hayek and Lindgren. So more, I guess and I think all those guys played in the NHL last year. So yeah, so nothing really to say about KAKKOO. I think he's going to be. He dominated against men in the Liga, dominated against men in the worlds. Is that what it's called? World Championships? Yeah, the Worlds. So I don't know. I think he's the real deal. I really want him more than Hughes, not because of the Worlds, which people would say, just because of maybe the size, and just because I think we have too many centers. We have too many centers, and I feel like us as a whole. Even if we did get Hughes, I wouldn't be mad because a lot of people were bitching about his height and shit. But the Rangers are a big team. Who's the smallest player on offense for the Rangers? Maybe like Jesper Fast at 6 foot. He might be 6'1". Like the smallest player on the Rangers, I think, is either going to be Adam Fox or Tony DeAngelo at like 5'11". So, but everyone on the Rangers who's the offense, everyone can skate well. Like we got Buchnevich, we got Hedl, we got Zibanejad, we got Kreider. All these guys are at least 6'2". Kravtsov now, KAKKOO now. Like, we're a big, fast team, so it's definitely going to be exciting, especially with the defense improving. And maybe still the possibility of Panarin coming, but we got to see about that. But I think the Rangers and the Panthers are still leading candidates for Panarin. So now we'll talk about Michael Robertson, the first second-round pick. Now, these players I haven't watched. I didn't really pay attention really to the 2nd to 7th rounds. I actually was working during it. I checked the updates on my phone. But they said Michael Robertson, he's good size, 6'3". He said he's a two-way defenseman. They said he was a first-round talent, so it seemed like it was a good pick for him. I'll probably watch a little film on him just to see really what he is, but I think he's probably a two-way defenseman. I think he had like 36 points in like 50-something games last year, so just another big two-way defenseman for the Rangers. And their second round pick, Carl Hendrickson, center from Frölunda, 5'9" center. They said he's a playmaking center, and I did see a tweet from I'm assuming a Swedish scout or maybe his coach. He's probably one of the fastest players. I don't know if he said fastest players he's seen, but he said he's a really, really quick. So a quick Swedish playmaking center. You can't go wrong with that, especially from Frölunda. Rangers drafted Lundqvist out of Frölunda, and obviously Elias Andersson went back to Frölunda. And Elias Andersson, don't sleep on him. He'll break out. I have faith in Elias Andersson. I like Elias Andersson. Like I said, I don't know if he's really got that offensive star power, but he's a great 200-foot game center, Elias Andersson. He did a lot of good things this year, even just scoring 6 points. So now the third round, I might have to pull up my phone because I might just. They had what? They had one third rounder, I think. I know they drafted Zach Jones, a puck-moving defenseman out of the United States Hockey League. I think he was almost a point per game. And I think he's committed to UMass. So basically, he might be the replacement for Cale Makar, which is, I always like there's always those late round players that are going to college. Obviously, like Morgan Barron is one of them. So maybe he could become, one of those guys, just a breakout, like a stud in college, one of those late round guys. And all of these picks, I've heard great things. Last year it was definitely a lot of heat for them taking Olaf Lindbaum. But this year, I think Rangers did make a lot of good picks. Now, the only two guys I really haven't heard much on is Zach Skinner. I think he's a defenseman. I think he's from the United States Hockey League too. And the 7th round pick, I forgot his name, but I'm not going to talk about him. But their 5th round pick, Levi, I think it was like Antonin or something like that, Finnish right wing. They said he's the best pure skater in the draft, so he could be possibly that. He could maybe be that maybe third or fourth line like Hagelin or Grabner type, So he seems like he was a good pick, and to be the best pure skater in the draft after he uses, that's really what I heard about him. That's quite a praise. So I think he was picked in the 5th round. Zach Skinner, I think, was picked in the 4th round, and then I forgot who they picked in the 6th round. Oh, they took something Edstrom. I forgot his first name, but he's a big 6'6" left wing / center. So hey, and I think they said he's a pretty decent scorer. I actually looked up his SHL junior highlights. I think he did play 15 games in the Swedish Hockey League and had 1 point. But that size, it caught my attention. So hey, if he could turn into, obviously we have Timothy Gettinger, who's a 6'5" scorer. So that could be another cool pick for them too. But the 7th round guy, I really don't know much on. So I think I'm just going to leave it at that. I think the Rangers drafted well. All the picks I've heard positives. I haven't heard any negatives. So looks like the Rangers made out pretty well with the draft. So now we're going to go through some of the picks that I think are pretty, I'm trying to find the word, more, I guess you could just say not important, I guess shocking, or picks that I think are are going to be great fits for them. So, the more significant, that's the word I'm looking for. Picks, I guess. So I'm going to start, I'm just trying to think, who went third? Third pick was Kirby Dach. Now that was a shocker to me. I'll talk about a little bit of Kirby Dach. I think he's going to fit well, a 6'5" center to go along with, the scores I have in Chicago. I think he's going to fit really well in Chicago. I thought they were going to go Turcotte. Yeah, I thought they had their eyes set on Turcotte, but they go Kirby Dach, and I think he's going to fit perfectly well with them. I actually saw a video of a Blackhawks fan going crazy, but I would be pretty excited. I would have loved Kirby Dach if the Rangers didn't move up to the top 2. Because just that size and skill is just something else. So now, 4th pick was the Colorado Avalanche, and damn, they had a great first round. I'll talk about them. Drafting Bowen Byram, man, their defensive core is going to be insane. Cale Makar, Bowen Byram. Who else they got? They have Tyson Barrie and Eric Johnson now, but it looks like they're going to be moving on from Tyson Barrie now because I think Bowen Bryant's just going to step right into the NHL. Which, I mean, if you could hold on to Tyson Barrie, I think you maybe should. Because, I mean, your defense will be probably one of the best defenses in the league. Probably be a better playoff team as well. And also, with their 16th pick, they took Alex Newhook. And, damn, he killed the BCHL. Teammate of Riley Hughes, Rangers' 7th-round pick last year. So, they had a pretty solid draft. I thought Newhook would have went like either 11th or 13th, around that, but he dropped to 6th, and Colorado Avalanche jumped all over him. His freaking friends, oh man, they were freaking hilarious. I don't know if you saw it. Just go on Colorado Avalanche's Twitter, and he just walks up to like his friends. Oh man, they just swarm him. It was the best thing ever. So I mean, I feel like phlegm. My freaking throat's killing me. All right, so 5th was Turcotte. I'm not going to talk much on him. We all know what Turcotte's going to be. 6th. Stevie Y steps up to the podium and selects from Germany Moritz Snyder with one of the probably best reactions. He was blown away. I feel like everyone was blown away. The whole crowd in Vancouver was blown away. Like I said, I guess it is an off-the-board pick. He's going to be a great player. He's got good size and he's got good skating. I think he's a good two-way defenseman. But there has to be something that Stevie Y saw in his game that... Yeah, he's got to be something. Stevie Y thinks that he has to think that he's going to be an elite player, and I watched film on him. I think he will be. I think he's going to be a great top pairing defenseman. So I wouldn't be mad with this pick. I think maybe yes. It was kind of the same thing with Elias Anderson. You know, it's like then the question is, why should I trade down, get an extra pick? But then like, what happens if maybe another team had him high on their radar and they took him? You know, and then you don't get your guy, but. You know, it was kind of the same thing with Barrett Hayden last year with the Arizona Coyotes. You know, they actually had a video, and their Chaika, their GM, was like, it's not about getting the extra pick or player, it's just about getting the guy that you want. So Stevie Y making a big splash, and I think Moritz Snyder's going to be a perfect fit because their defensive core really not that great. Obviously, I thought maybe they would have went Quinn Hughes last year, but they ended up taking Philip Sedina because he slipped to them. Now, 7th pick. I'm just trying to remember. I'm remembering this off my head. Who went 7th? 7th. Who had the 7th pick? Buffalo? Oh, Buffalo took Dylan Cousins. I think that's a great pick for Buffalo. He's got the size and skill. Just, going to be a perfect 1-2 punch with him and Eichel. I think maybe they'll shift Middlestead to the second to the forward, the wing. I think that's what I was hearing, but. I think or maybe just put Cousins on the 3rd line or Middlestead on the 3rd line. Other way, it's a pretty sick center trio in Buffalo. Now 8th, who had the 8th? I know Anaheim had the 9th. Oh, 8th, Edmonton. They take Philip Broberg, and that was another guy I wanted the Rangers maybe to try to trade up and get. He goes high, and I think we all know what Broberg's about. Big, I say two-way, good skating Swedish defenseman. And obviously Edmonton, I actually hope Edmonton could develop him because I think he's going to be a stud. So I'm not going to really talk much about him. Anaheim takes Trevor Zegras. What a perfect pick for them. As Kessler and Getzlaff, Kessler's probably going to be done. And Getzlaff's not getting any older. But you have Sam Steele. You got Ricard Raquel. Now you have Trevor Zegras, and you got Ryan Getzlaff to mentor these guys, man. I mean, Ricard Raquel's already a stud. I would say maybe Zegras and Steele. But damn, what a pick that was. I actually really like that pick for them. Now 10th, this was a good pick. I think this is the steal of the draft, and I think Vancouver made. I thought they were going to go him or Matthew Boldy. And Vancouver, as they were hosting it, step up to the podium and take Vasily Podkolzin. Now, he was projected like 3rd and top 5. He slips. I don't know why he slipped. Maybe just because he's got 2 years in the KHL. But they were saying he's NHL ready. And if he's NHL ready right now and he goes play 2 more years in the KHL, man, he could cut. He could either dominate that. He could be like Kaprizov, just dominate, then come over, and maybe that NHL is just easy for him. Obviously, you're gonna have a lot more talent around him with Pedersen, Horvat as his possible centers, and now you have JT Miller. That trade. Besser, of course. Maybe you could pair with him. So I think that's an awesome pick for Vancouver. I thought he was going to slip later for some odd reason because I thought people just said he was or Craig Button was saying like it's just all hype with Pot Colson, but I think that's a great pick for the Vancouver Canucks. And if I was a Vancouver Canucks fan, I would be happy because you basically got a top 5 player at 10th, so that's pretty crazy. Now, I think Vancouver and Detroit were my 2 big ones. I would say maybe Minnesota Wild got a good pick with Matthew Boldy at 12th. Man, I'm surprised he slipped. Who went 11th? 11th. Who had the 11th pick? I don't remember. Cole Caulfield slipped to 15th, which is he was actually projected to go like to the Buffalo Sabres at 7. But I guess everyone was kind of worried about his height. But, I don't know. I think he's still going to be a good player. But, man, is Wisconsin hockey going to be sick with Cole Caulfield, Keandre Miller, and Alex Turcotte? Oh, man, that's going to be... They might actually... Oh, my, I'm smoking the crossbar. KAKKOO. I think they're going to be insane. I know Boldy and Spencer Knight. Spencer Knight's a good pick for the... They were saying he was a franchise goalie. Oh, man. Even though it looks like Sergei Bobrovsky will pop I won't say most likely, but probably a 75% chance he signs with the Florida, and him and Panarin actually met with Florida, so I'm hoping the Rangers could steal some. And if the Rangers sign Panarin, man, I think they are a legitimate cup contender. I think they're a playoff team. I think they're definitely ready to make the playoffs. I just think they have a well-balanced defense. They got a deep offense. Obviously, the emergence of Mika Zibanejad was big. They have that number 1 center now. And maybe if, say, like a guy like Hedl or Howden could have breakout years with, like, say, a 40, maybe doubling their point totals from last year. Obviously, Howden was hurt like 10 games. But, and then, of course, you have KAKKOO, who could be a stud. Kravtsov. You got good goaltending. I think Hank now with a solid defense in front of him. Obviously, it's still a pretty young defense with Hayek and Fox. But I think the Rangers are looking like a playoff team with or without Panarin. With Panarin, now if they get Panarin and somehow hold on to Kreider, that's going to be crazy. Like I was thinking they might have to move Kreider, and Kreider actually might be traded, even though if they don't get Panarin or not. I thought they were going to try to trade back into the top 10 for Kreider. That's what I kind of wanted. But now, like, teams are calling for Kreider. I don't think they're going to trade Kreider for picks and prospects. I think they would trade him for a player. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do with Kreider. And obviously, it's going to be interesting to see when they meet with Panarin. So I'm trying to think. I don't think I have any more to talk about. Talked about the Rangers, talked about Pujols and Schneider. I don't know about you guys, but that Ranger video of KAKKOO in NYC, that was just cringeworthy. Guy speaking broken English and you're forcing him to make that video. Come on, guy, you can't do that. Now he's like a walking meme. Everyone's saying, oh, he looks like he's happy to be in NYC and shit like that. Whatever. He probably saw all the homeless people, to be honest with you. But I think that's it. I think that's everyone I want to talk about. Obviously, free agency is coming up. And I could hope maybe the Rangers could sign Panarin. If they could sign Panarin, I just don't. And also, I want to see what they give. They also still have to re-sign their restricted free agents. I think they offered them. I think I saw they qualified, gave them offers to them on a tweet, but I think that's going to be it. I'm just really trying to think, is there anything I missed? Oh man, I just want to bar down in between leg shot. That KAKKOO is, ooh. I'm really excited this year. I'll probably be good. I think the first 2 preseason games are first the Devils. One's at MSG and one's at the Prudential Center. My good friend's a Devils fan, so I think we'll probably try to go to both those because I know KAKKOO and Hughes will definitely be playing. Maybe they'll probably be playing the first one, to be honest with you. And I'll probably be going opening night, and guess who they're playing opening night? The Winnipeg Jets. And Trouba had a funny what's it called to that? Oh man, Trouba had a funny tweet to that. So I'm gonna end the video here. Hope you guys enjoy. The Rangers prospect camp starts today, which is Monday. I don't know what the date is. I'm lost. 21st, I think it's 24th. If I'm not mistaken. But I look, man, their prospect camp roster. Oh man, it's crazy. The amount of prospects they have is insane, man. I'm just excited for the KAKKOO Kraftsov. Obviously, in the Devils, you have Hughes and Heishier. It's just like, oh man. And the Devils getting PK Subban. That's another. I'm not gonna talk much about that because I actually was a fan of PK Subban. Now I gotta hate him. But damn man, the Devils went out and got their defenseman after they missed out on Trouba. I think I would rather still have Trouba because we'll probably sign Trouba to at least $2 million less, and he's like 5 years younger than Subban. So I'm gonna end the video here. Next video probably be a Oklahoma Outlaws. We'll start simming the first season. Obviously, I actually made some moves, and it's actually pretty funny because we made a pretty interesting free agent signing that will kind of actually made a couple moves with my. I'm not going to spoil it. You'll see in the beginning of the episode. I'll have the moves and trades in the beginning because last episode I just ended it trying to trade Nylander. So you'll see where he ends up. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.